Welcome back, everyone. Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me to a new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon by Dexter D. Thank you so much, Dexter, for this request, for sponsoring the video. I'm super happy with the selection. There's, only legends on this list. Literally, it's insane how much variety is on this marathon. So I'm super happy to introduce the bands. So here we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, for watching these videos, and for liking and subscribing, of course, to the channel. So here we go. The first band that we have is Cream. This is Pressed Rat and Warthog. Wheels of Fire is the album. This is 1968. Wow. Then Jethro Tull, the story of the Hare who lost his, let's see, it's a longer name. The story of the Hare who lost his spectacles. All right, this is from a Passion play. Let's see, is this really, I think this, oh, that's a remaster. So I'll get the year in a second. Then The Clash, Death is a Star, from Combat Rock, 1982. Okay. Ooh, sorry for this. They're mowing the lawn. Then we got Jim Morrison and the Doors, The Ghost Song, from An American Prayer. This is 1978. Oh, you can really hear those. And then Tom Waits, What's He Building? This is from Mule Variations. This is from 1999. All right, so I'll get you the year of Jethro Tull in a second. Give me one moment and we can wait out these lawnmowers. All right, so they're gone. So Jethro Tull is from 1973. The Passion play. So without further ado, let's start with the marathon. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. I hope you have a lot of fun. And let's start it off with Cream. Here we go. Wheels of Fire. Very cool. Very different, Cream. Very. Oh my God. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right. So the lawnmowers are gone. I was reading something here about the music, but this was a very interesting tune. It was very different sort of cream. It was more like, I guess, the style, the trumpets, and it had like this almost like the marching band going on, really nice, and more like it was more like a tale instead of a singing, which was very different. I really enjoyed it. Very different from the other, cream that I've heard before. So and then at the end there was a little bit of jamming, a little bit of guitar and bass and stuff, but other than that it sounded more like almost like an introduction to a book or something. I couldn't really figure out the lyrics too well, honestly, but hey, I'm sorry. So now the band that I could never pronounce, and basically Alexa just told me, just think of Death Row, so that's, and then converted to Jethro. So Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull, the story of the hare who lost his give me 1 second, it doesn't fit on here, who lost his spectacles. Here we go with a little bit of Jethro Tull, and this is from 73. Here we go.
This is the story of the hare who lost his spectacles.
Owl loved to rest quietly whilst no one was watching. Sitting on a fence one day, he was surprised when suddenly a kangaroo ran close by. Now, this may not seem strange, but when Owl overheard Kangaroo whisper to no one in particular, "The hare has lost his spectacles," well, he began to wonder. Presently, the moon appeared from behind a cloud, and there, lying on the grass, was Hare. In the stream that flowed by the grass, a newt, and sitting astride a twig of a bush, a bee. Ostensibly motionless, the hare was trembling with excitement, for without his spectacles he appeared completely helpless. Where were his spectacles? Could someone have stolen them? Had he mislaid them? What was he to do? B wanted to help, and thinking he had the answer, began, "You probably ate them, thinking they were a carrot." "No," interrupted Owl, who was wise. "I have good eyesight, insight, and foresight. How could an intelligent hare make such a silly mistake?" But all the time, Owl had been sitting on the fence, scowling. A kangaroo were upping mad at this sort of talk. She thought herself a far superior in intelligence to the others, as she was their leader, their guru. She had the answer. "Hare, you must go in search of the optician." But then she realised that Hare were completely helpless without his spectacles, and so Kangaroo loudly proclaimed, "I can't send Hare in search of anything." "You Kangaroo, you can," shouted Newt. "You can send him with Owl." But Owl had gone to sleep. And Newt and you too much to be stopped by so small a problem. You can take him in your pouch. But alas, Hare was much too big to fit into Kangaroo's pouch. All this time it had been quite plain to Hare that the others knew nothing about spectacles. And as for all their tempting ideas, well, Hare didn't care. He lost spectacles for his own affair. And after all, Hare did have a spare. A pair.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh. Okay, so and I'm sure you have figured it out by now. That Dexter, what he basically, I pulled up his email because it's like, this is too similar to the first song, like in style. So I was like, I'm sure this is themed, and then I seen it, but I didn't remember that he was going to do this. But it says here, the idea that has stuck with me, and hopefully will be fun for you, is a list of tunes I set up on Spotify. I call it spoken word of music. So basically all these songs, what they have in common, that they're all spoken instead of being sung. So I think this is a great idea and theme, and I think I have an idea for an add-on at the end of the marathon. So that's this was, and I love this song, the last one. I mean, of course the first one was also cool, but this one really had almost like I don't know, like very, I mean, it was very theatrical, but it had like this da-da-dum boom boom da-da-do-do-dum ba-da-dum dum boom, like almost like what Disney was doing, you know, like with Fantasia and with their musicals. It was just very, I don't know, and maybe because there was a Hare in it, it reminds me of, you know. But there's also a few bands that I listen to, progressive rock and progressive metal, that also have like just spoken, you know, songs, and so yeah. But I'm not gonna do that. I have a different song in mind, but this is gonna be the theme throughout, and I think it's very cool. I think this is a really fun idea to put a marathon together where all the songs are being spoken. And that's why I see here the Ghost song by Jim Morrison. I was like, isn't that also spoken? When I heard Cream, and then I looked at the Morrison song, I was like, I think there is a part in the movie where he, like, you know, talks, and I think that's the one. Now, specifically, he did tell me, please don't play the one from the movie. So we're gonna do the American Prayer. So here is Death is a Star by The Clash. Now let's see what they got to say, or basically what they gotta talk about. Let's see.
And I was gripped by that deadly phantom. I followed him through the hard jungles as he stalked through the backlots, strangling through the nightshades. Oh, the fear of life moved onwards and outwards to love. In a one-stop-only motel, the storm bangs on the cheapest room. The phantom slips in to spill blood, even on the sweetest honeymoon. Oh, the killer of love caught the lost lady, Niagara Falls. By chance or escaping from misery, by suddenness or in answer to pain, smoking in the dark cinema, see the bad go down again. And the clouds clouds are high in Spanish mountains, and a Ford roars through the night full of rain. Killers, blood flows, bloody lows. His guns again. To make a grown man cry like a girl. To see the guns dying at sunset. Whoa, lovers claim that they never had met. Smoking in the dark cinema. See the bat go down again.
Piano. What a trip. I loved it. Really cool piano, the vocals, the voice, the strumming of the guitar, the tuck 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 tuck, and then these little bells. You know, when I don't know what kind of bells they were, but it almost seems like a bell when you open a door, you know, into a specific shop, and it's like little, you know, I don't know. This really, all these songs are very trippy. I think they're designed to, you know, kind of give you a little break when they're of the record, and then you get a little tail, you know. And I think this is a lot of fun. It is really effective. It is working. But yeah, I mean, you can't really talk about too much. The music is still being played really, really effectively, but it's almost, I mean, it's about the tale, you know, it's about the lyrics, and not so much about the music here, because it's the lyrics are the song, you know, the tale. So now one of my favorite, I guess, storytellers, because he's such a poet, Jim Morrison. I hope they don't block the marathon, because the doors are usually very you know, yeah, they get blocked. Like so the record company is just like, oh, you're doing doors? No, you know. So I hope the marathon doesn't get blocked. If it does, I'll find a way, you know, to do something, or put it up on Patreon. And but let's see. Now here, the ghost song. I do remember having heard this before, but I don't really recall, so I'm gonna pay a lot of attention. So here it is, from An American Prayer.
Awake. Shake dreams from your hair, my pretty child, my sweet one. Choose the day and choose the sign of your day, the day's divinity. First thing you see.
Wow.
A vast, radiant beach and a cool, jeweled moon. Couples naked race down by its quiet side. And we laugh like soft, mad children, smug in the woolly cotton brains of infancy. The music and voices are all around us. Choose, they croon, the ancient ones, the time has come again. Choose now, they croon, beneath the moon, beside an ancient lake. Enter again the sweet forest, enter the hot dream, come with us. Everything is broken up in dances.
Yeah, that's so far. I mean, he just knocks it out of the park. That voice, those lyrics are just like, it's almost like hypnotizing, you know. So I don't really know. You let me know, because it says Jim Morrison and then music by The Doors. So I don't know if it was like a solo album, or maybe it was just like all of his poetry, and then just like, hey, you know, just play music to it, you know, while I read my stuff. I don't know if that's the way it was. I don't want to look it up and interrupt the video too long. You let me know. But man, I mean, the music that they play, they're just master musicians, super jazzy. I love The Doors. It took me years and years to understand the music, because when I was into like rock, like Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd before the channel, you know, like classic rock, The Doors, I guess I never really understood their style, you know, how complex they actually were, you know, way more complex than other bands. And I don't know, they have something that's very, that I like, that is the element of like jazz, you know, that other bands don't have, like rock bands. And they have the rock, they have the jazz, they have the smooth voice, and so they have all these possibilities to play all this heavy music or soft, you know, like Riders on the Storm. Oh my god, that song just like kicks my ass every time. It's beautiful. So yeah, let's continue. And this dum bum bum ba-dum ba, dum 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 ba-da-da-dum, dum bum bum ba-dum ba. Like, phew. I mean, it's so good. Okay, let's continue.
Indians scattered on dawn's highway bleeding, ghosts crowd the young child's fragile eggshell mind. We have assembled inside this ancient and insane theater to propagate our lust for life and flee the swarming wisdom of the streets. The barns are stormed, the windows kept, and only one of all the rest to dance and save us with the divine mockery of words. Music inflames temperament. Oh, great creator of being, grant us one more hour to perform our art and perfect our lives. We need great golden copulations. When the true king's murderers are allowed to roam free, 1,000 magicians arise in the land. Where are the feasts we were promised?
Okay. Well, it does say that it's 5 minutes and 16 seconds long. I mean, there's a shorter version on here, but I don't know. I just wanted to play the longer one, you know. There's a 2 minutes and 50 seconds one on here. I guess, I don't know, is that it? Let's just wait. But I mean, this was a great this was a great song. Beautiful.
One more thing.
In that case, you're on.
Thank you, O Lord, for the white, blind light. Thank you, O Lord, for the white, blind light. A city rises from the sea. I had a splitting headache from which the future's made.
What a character. What a guy. Okay, so now here's another character. Another very special guy. Actor, musician, just like he has inspired so many people to do stuff. Tom Waits. Tom Waits, we're gonna do What's He Building? And Tom Waits, I love his acting. He even inspired Heath Ledger to do the Joker in the Batman movie, The Dark Knight. So yeah, so that guy is like, he is like quite the character. So here we go with from Mule Variations, What's He Building? Let's go. Okay, wait a second. It says that we're not allowed to play the song. Let's see. No? Okay, let me just close Spotify for a second. Okay, do we have permission now?
What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He has subscriptions to those magazines. He never waves when he goes by. He's hiding something from the rest of us. He's all to himself. I think I know why. He took down the tire swing from the pepper tree. He has no children of his own, you see. He has no dog. He has no friends. And his lawn is dying. What about all those packages he sends? What's he building in there? With that hook light on the stairs. What's he building in there? I'll tell you one thing, he's not building a playhouse for the children. What's he building in there? And what's that sound from underneath the door? He's pounding nails into a hardwood floor, and I swear to God I heard someone moaning low. I keep seeing the blue light of a TV show. He has a router and a table saw. And you won't believe what Mr. Stitches saw. There's poison underneath the sink, of course. But there's also enough formaldehyde to choke a horse. What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? I heard he has an ex-wife in some place called Mayor's Income, Tennessee. And he used to have a consulting business in Indonesia. But what's he building in there? He has no friends, but he gets a lot of mail. I'll bet he spent a little time in jail. I heard he was up on the roof last night signaling with a flashlight. And what's that tune he's always whistling? What's he building in there? What's he building in there? We have a right to know.
That's insane. Very creepy. Very creepy the way he delivered his lines and just like what he's adding, of course. And it's like, okay, there's like a serial killer in there or something crazy. Really cool. Really, really different. But like I said, he's such an actor, you know, he's such a good actor. So he delivers those lines very believable, you know, it's like, it's really cool. Okay, so give me one moment. I'm gonna look for another track in the style of, words for music. So give me one moment. I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, I think I found something from a also a recommendation here as well. But let's see how this works for the marathon. This is Talking Heads. Seen and Not Seen. Here we go.
He would see faces in movies, on TV, in magazines, and in books. He thought that some of these faces might be right for him, and that through the years, by keeping an ideal facial structure fixed in his mind, or somewhere in the back of his mind, that he might, by force of will, cause his face to approach those of his ideal. The change would be very subtle. It might take 10 years or so. Gradually his face would change its shape. A more hooked nose, wider, thinner lips, beady eyes, a larger forehead. This was an ability he shared with most other people. They had also molded their faces according to some ideal. Maybe they imagined a new face would better suit their personality. Or maybe they imagined that their personality would be forced to change to fit the new appearance. Some people might have made mistakes. They may have arrived at an appearance that bears no relationship to them. They may have picked an ideal appearance based on some childish whim or momentary impulse. Some may have gotten halfway there and then changed their minds. If he too might have made a similar mistake.
Very good. I'm sure that nobody will ever do a reaction video to that song on YouTube. So I'm already happy about that. So I think all of them had something very special. Cream, I love the trumpet, the talking, the marching band sound. Tull had more like a theatrical theme, like I felt like I was in some kind of like, I think like in a play, like in a Disney movie, you know. It was very, I don't know, very busy, very cool. The Clash, I love the guitar, the piano, the bells, you know. Jim Morrison, I have to say was my favorite, but because it's also so, that was almost more like a song with, you know, with the lyrics being just spoken. But I don't know if if I did the wrong version, I do apologize. I just want to, you know, give you guys more content, so I just went for the longer one automatically. Tom Waits was really, really good. Like I really felt like, I don't know, like one of those shows, you know, like, I don't know, those crime shows that Alex and I watch, and there's just like the neighbor is like, what's going on in there, you know. So that happens, unfortunately. And then Talking Heads was I typed in, you know, what are music that's being spoken, and I saw Talking Heads. I was like, hey, I love Talking Heads, let's do that. So I hope you did enjoy. It is a bit different, of course. It's a bit different to, you know, listening to music and seeing a reaction to, you know, just hearing spoken words. But I think this was really effective. I had a lot of fun. Again, thank you so much, Dexter, for this experience. This was really, really interesting. And thank you. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section. Would you be up for a second one of this nature? You know, a second marathon? Let me know what you think. I even have some more ideas of music that is spoken that I know. Like, for example, there's an Iron Maiden tune with a 5-minute monologue, you know, really cool, or Symphony X or Spastic Inc. And there's so much music that I know that I could do a marathon like this. So let me know what you think. Thank you again for sponsoring the video. This was a lot of fun, very different. It was just, you know, it was more like, you know, I don't know, it was a different experience. So thank you. So without further ado, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.